YouTube or something. Let them know. Facebook, let them know we're
No,
going live.
today I barely got over here to do the show. But I will throw something up there. You can start talking and I'll do something. Here we go.
Let them know. Facebook, let them know we're going live.
All right, here we go.
Hello, hello.
Hey everybody, it's Rick Utsa here, and we got Travis over there. How you doing, Travis?
I'm doing all right, Rick. Got a little bit of a cold.
Yeah, you got a little like stuffy thing, right?
But I'm still surviving.
Gonna give me the upper hand. Okay.
That's right.
Once you start coughing, then it's all over. Just take over.
Yeah, it's fighting this dang thing, but I'm whipping it.
Cool, man. Well, it is our show today. I'm going to throw something up here. I want you to let people know what's going on in your neck of the woods. And I'll go ahead and throw this link over on Facebook so we let everybody know what's going on.
Yeah, well, so we're quickly approaching the Airgun Expo. We're about, a little over a month out now?
Yeah, well, a little over a month. So it's coming right down to the down the wire here.
Yeah. We got quite a bit of interest. So I think it's gonna be a doozy, man.
I hope so. I mean, we got to get people, we got to get things scheduled and lined up as far as how we're going to do it. But I think the cool thing we learned when we did our samples was, you have an idea of what it's going to be like, and then you actually do a little bit. You go, oh, this is going to work much better if we do it this way.
Yeah.
And so, our first kind of thoughts, I think now we've got something that's going to work pretty good.
Yeah, I think our little test run really helped quite a bit, because this is something that really hasn't been done before. So
yeah,
it's going to be both a learning experience and fun. It's going to be fun. That's the most important part of it, though. And I hope the fun we're having doing it really shows to the public, because we had a pretty good time doing our mock-up even.
Yeah, no, it was a good time for sure.
Yeah.
So, so I just threw this out on. Over onto. It's posting. There. All right, we got some people already jumping in. So the way this works, everybody, is if you have your questions, you shoot them over here to me and Travis. In the meantime, we're gonna fly potato traps just for the heck of it because we like talking about airgun stuff. Yeah, and just interrupt us. I'm going to try and watch the chat here as it's going. And sometimes we don't catch them all, but we'll do the best we can to respond to everybody. So, yes, Airgun Expo. I you know what I'm going to do, Travis? I'm just going to real quick jump over and show them the screen. Let's see if I can do this here. So I'm going to do this and share it. Hopefully this works okay. Can you see my screen?
I can see it perfect, buddy.
Awesome, because it's really weird. Zoom does some weird stuff. So if you're interested in the Airgun Expo, you want to know what it is, we've talked about it. So hopefully you guys can, take a look. But what we have here is there's no SHOT Show. We already knew that. And what we're trying to do is make it so that everybody that wants to participate in getting their information out there to the public has the opportunity to do so. So Travis actually came to me and said, hey, let's do something virtual. And I said, I've got the place we can do that. So yeah, let's do it. So
you definitely got the facility,
yeah,
and the technical know-how, and we got a lot of people interested. So I think we're going to have us quite the show. And here's the other thing, Rick, you've been to SHOT Show a bunch of times. I've been there a bunch of times. For the general public, you don't really get a lot out of it. It's mostly for the industry.
Right.
So the general public doesn't really get to really feed off of it, especially range day and things like that. It's pretty much not worth even attending,
Right.
So for us, we're going to be showing everything, shooting everything, talking about it, maybe breaking things down. I mean, they're going to get a lot out of it. They're going to get way more information than they'd ever get watching blurbs and stuff like that from SHOT Show.
Yeah. So here's an example. If you guys out there are watching this and you're a vendor or you're a manufacturer or you have a service that's sporting related that could relate to air gunners or just sporting in general, and you want to do this, what Travis is talking about, we actually did like live reviews, right? I mean, we got the guns out on the table, we opened them up, we scoped them, we shot them, and you actually see what that looks like if you go to the website and click on the live range day option. You can go over there, and we've got 3 different videos that will kind of walk you through, like we unboxed and shot the Swarm. Now that was kind of a long segment, right?
Yeah.
We did the same thing with the Umrex Origin 22.
It's funny, as long as those videos are, to me, it felt like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'd say that's true.
I mean, when I was done, you said, man, this video's an hour long. I was like, really? It's crazy. It felt like it went by so fast.
Right.
So
Well,
hopefully it's the same way for people viewing it too, because
I think so. Yeah.
if it's flying by for me, that means it's entertaining to me. So hopefully it's just as entertaining to other people.
So we've got that part, and then we've
Mhm.
also got, let me zip back over the homepage here. And then we've got the studio events. So we did some live studio stuff. And this is sort of like when I go to SHOT Show, I'll go into the booth and interview the manufacturer, right? So
Sure.
I'll spend time talking to them about their products. And that's sort of what we did here with the studio segments. So
Look at that handsome.
what's that?
Look at that handsome guy right there with the hat on.
Yeah, the guy on the left.
He doesn't have a hat on.
No. Anyway, yeah, I should leave that one alone. We talked. This is just some examples of what you would get sort of in a studio thing. Again, if you're a manufacturer, or you're a vendor or something, and maybe you've got optics, or maybe you've got widgets, or you've got tools to help people do stuff, and range day doesn't make sense. So we have the studio sessions, and these were about 20 to 30 minutes, and they're really, I think they worked out really well. People got a really good idea of what these various companies had to offer, and that was the whole point.
And here's the other thing too, that once again, because we're live and we're taking questions, and
Right.
people can call in or type in questions, they're going to get answers right then and there live as we're doing it.
Yeah.
Well, that is
Absolutely.
something you would never get at SHOT Show.
Yeah, and SHOT Show, it's like when I produce a video coming out of SHOT Show, it's got to be like that long, right? So it's like super short. Anyway, this allows us to actually spend time with the product, and this content, when it's done, it's actually going to get posted on this website. So if you're a sponsor, anybody that signs up for a range day or live studio event automatically gets a virtual booth in our virtual booths. And so you actually get your own website on our site, on the section where you can have your product information, links to the stuff. And here's a cool thing. We have this contact form this is our Southwestern Airguns page. And I've had more inquiries off of this website, people asking about our guns, than I have off of our website.
That's great.
So that's kind of a cool thing. So I believe if you're a vendor or manufacturer, or you're trying to get your content out there for people to see it, this is a great venue. Pricing is reasonable. Obviously, it does cost, because it costs money to do this kind of thing.
We're spending a chunk of change to make this happen.
Absolutely. And we want it sustainable. We don't want to
hopefully we can break even.
Yeah. We don't want to do this once. I'd like to do this. Travis, we haven't really talked about this much, but
yeah,
I'd like to do this like a spring and a fall show kind of.
Biannually would be perfect.
So that would be awesome. So
I think so. I think it'd be good for everyone, because there's always, everyone always has their double release dates, the spring and fall stuff. So
yeah, well, they have different seasons.
We could get apparel. We could do all compressors, you name it.
Yeah,
we're not one-trick ponies, Rick.
So I alluded to something last week, and do you know what I got in?
What'd you get? Let me see.
Listen. What do you think that is?
I can't see it. Do it again. I can't hear anything.
What's that?
I don't hear anything. Oh, I heard that. It sounds like pellets in a tin.
Yes, buddy. Look what we got. Oh, there it is.
You can't fool me. No pellets in a tin shaking it. Come on.
No, we got our Hades. If I get the camera to focus,
Look at
there
that.
it is. We got our 30 cal Hades. I
I
haven't
don't
actually,
even have those.
huh?
I don't even have 30 Hades.
Well, you
What
need
the
to talk to
heck,
Joe
man?
then, don't you?
Freaking
You
Joe.
get a hold of Joe and say, hey, Joe,
Joe.
there's my pellets.
Hey,
These are
Joe, are
pretty.
you watching?
He's not. Check this out.
I bet he's watching. He's just not. Yeah, buddy. There's the little radioactive heads on there.
So I will have to admit that I have been so busy and the wind has been so crappy that when it wasn't windy, I should say the wind's been crappy and I've been so busy that when the wind wasn't crappy, I still haven't been out to shoot them. So that's
You know,
pretty
just
depressing.
send them over here, buddy. I'll make sure that.
Nope.
No.
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 I have guns coming in that I'm very eager to try with these.
Okay.
Can I
What you
talk
got
about
coming
that?
in?
Can I talk about that?
Yeah, let's do it briefly.
Did-
Give me let's get 3 minutes of your spiel.
So let me tell you something.
Okay. I'm listening.
For the longest time, I've been after Evan X, Mr. Lee over there,
Mm-hmm.
to bring back certain guns. I mean, he had this focus on semi-automatics. I get it, fine, they're flashy and fun. But I like the old traditional rainstorm type of design that he had. They just worked, right?
Yeah.
My favorite variant of that was the Sniper and the Sniper X2. Just same thing, just different.
Yeah, it's just in a different.
Versions.
Yeah, different.
Well, we've got the Sniper coming back, so I'm like super pumped about that. So
Mhm.
we'll have it in 30 cal, 45, and 50.
Mm.
I skipped 35 because I didn't see the point.
Wow.
Huh?
You skipped 35?
I skipped 35. Yeah.
Okay. Just because I was too close to 30?
Well, if I wanted power, I'm going to go for 45.
Yeah, I
Right?
got you. No, I'm
If
with
I
you.
want
I follow
accuracy
that
and
logic.
range, if I want accuracy and range, I'm going to go 30. So the 35 seemed like I don't get it. So I mean, some people may want it, but I thought, if I'm going to hunt something with it, I want the 45. In fact, yeah, I mean that's what I want to do. If I'm going to shoot targets, I want the 30. So I've got the 30s, 45s, and 50s coming in the next couple of weeks, and we've got. If all goes well, we'll have the X2s, and also we're going to have. I don't know if you ever remember their Ibex.
Yeah.
So the Ibex should be.
By the way, he
Yes.
is sending me an Ibex in that shipment for me.
Hmm.
So when it gets there and there's one extra, that's for
I
me.
don't know. I don't know. It may get lost.
Yes, and a 30 cal semi-auto.
One of the air speeds, or what they call a Raptor.
Yep, the Raptor 30 cal. So
Yeah, I was
we're gonna get 2 extra guns.
Yeah, they'll be in there. They're either going to go to me or the other dealer. So
shit, it they are.
No, I mean they'll be delivered there and then sent to you. Relax, dude. You'll get your stuff. It may be slightly demoed, but you'll get it.
Oh, I don't care about that.
I know. You're gonna take it apart and muck with it anyway.
It'll. I don't even know if I'll shoot it before I take it apart.
So Robert was telling me here over in the chat that they actually he's got some JSP Hades and 30, and they said shot really good. So
what did you shoot him out of, Robert?
Robert, what were you shooting? You gotta let us know what you're shooting. So
chime back in there, Robert.
Yeah, let us know what you're shooting.
I could guess. I bet he's shooting them. Let's guess. I'm gonna say he's shooting them out of a FX Impact.
I was gonna say that, but no, I'm sorry if there is what's the other 30?
Hatson
Carnivore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, does Raw have a 30?
I don't know. Raptor.
Sure.
You could be shooting it out of a Raptor 30.
That's what I was gonna shoot him out of.
That's what I would shoot him out of.
No.
Well, that baby is zing those bad boys.
Yeah. So I'm thinking. Impact MK2.
Boom.
Well, it's like,
thank you, Robert.
Yeah. Easy, right?
And the thing is, I have a 30 Impact. So I need those things. Joe.
No, you don't.
Joe, send me some damn Hades.
Yeah.
30 cal.
I want like a whole bunch of the JSP slugs.
I haven't shot the JSP slugs. I shoot so much Nielsen stuff. Because the price is so good. It's hard to beat Nick's prices. and quality, his quality is super.
I need to reach back out. I talked to him briefly in the email because I don't have any experience with his stuff really.
Oh
I've
man,
shot a
so
lot
good.
of other stuff.
And the
So
price.
I need to get with him on that because, and I want to shoot what works. But I shoot differently than you. I'm more utilitarian. You're more precision.
Yeah, I tell you what he has right now. He has a little 177 round. It's 12 and a half grain slug. And if you got an LW barrel, I don't care what kind of gun it's in, it is like a laser out of there. It is so fun, man. If you want to shoot pigeons way out there or doves or something way out there, man, it is bananas fun. And cheap. They're just as cheap as pellets.
I have to look. I haven't, to be honest.
Same price, literally the same price. 500 slugs are the same price as 500 JSB pellets.
Well, I need to go take a look because that's,
Nick Nielsen,
obviously swedging them is going to be far more cost effective than.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's got the machinery. Yeah. He's got quite the setup, man. He really did it. He really did it.
So we got a couple of things. Robert's saying that he's getting a BC of roughly 0.031. I don't know what that means.
I know exactly what that. But Robert, how are you measuring your BC? Are you using 2 chronographs or how are you doing it? There's a couple different ways, but
have you tried that radar?
He could be using that too. He could be using a lab radar.
Yeah, that's what I want to get.
Yeah, then that'll just give him the BC.
I don't know if it does.
Yeah,
but it does tell you your velocities all the way out.
That's all you need.
Then you can plug those into a thing. Will tell you BC.
Yeah, that's all you need. But yeah, those I don't have one. Nick Nielsen has one, and man, you talk. It's great. I mean, if you're that into it, you know what I mean.
I'm not into it.
Yeah,
I will buy one. I will get one as soon as they're available. I've been wanting to buy one because you know who has one? My buddy David over at Hunter Supply. He's got one. It's awesome.
Well, some of the people that I'm working for right now are going to get one. Because I'm going to tell them to get one. And
we're talking Ask Lab Radar. Yeah, Lab Radar.
Yeah, that's going on the list of tools that are necessary for Travis.
I don't know if you've looked at like a good chronograph. They're $300-400.
Yeah.
Lab Radar is $500.
I tell you what, man, it's hard.
Not.
Is it that cheap?
Yeah. Wow. It's not like thousands of dollars. It's $500.
When they first came out, I thought they were like $1,200.
They're not. They're not that expensive.
Okay. Well, hey, if they're $500, I'll probably just buy one. Not even wait. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're not like what you would expect. They're very affordable. I mean, I was looking at buying a new chronograph recently and looking at different ones out there. You can easily spend $300-400.
I spent 60
on just a regular one. So.
Yeah. One of the data logs does all the stuff for you.
Hey, Joshua. Joshua says he made the live. Yes, you did, bro. Glad you're here. So we've been talking Airgun Expo. We've been talking new Evanex guns I got coming in.
Yep.
I haven't showed you the new Max ML, have I? We got to do show and tell. We got to have a show and tell.
No, we need to do
every
that,
show.
Let's save it for the Airgun Expo, man. We got 4 weeks, 5 weeks away. We're gonna light it up with a bunch of new stuff.
Well, we'll see. I might have to do something before then.
You can't help yourself, can you?
Well, I gotta sell them, right? I mean, I gotta pay for them.
Yeah.
Like thousands of dollars of inventory coming in. We gotta move
it. I hear you. So. But we were talking earlier too. Yeah. We got all these great guns and stuff. The only problem right now, is the damn ammo is hard to get.
Shameless.
Yeah, so I've been having, I'm looking up at my stash is right here on the wall.
Your wall of pellets?
A wall of place where there should be pellets. And man, I tell you, they are really, really getting hard to come by.
Yeah.
And when you do come by them, they are top dollar, man. I mean, it is. There
Yeah,
ain't.
sort of like everything else, right?
Yeah, like everything else right now. It's crazy, crazy sauce.
Well, if,
Gasoline, pellets.
if only there was another source for
Hmm.
pellets out there that would mysteriously come into the market and bring normality.
And man, I like what you're saying. I'm digging what you're putting down.
I just don't know anybody.
Yeah.
They just need to open up. What they need to do is both H&N and JSB need to open up a plant here in the States.
I think the problem with that is the whole lead thing.
Yeah.
Lead dust, lead poisoning, lead all over the place.
Now, you fished as a youngster, right?
Yeah, I used to eat lead
You put
sinkers,
the sinkers in your mouth and yeah.
chew on them.
And it hasn't caused any problems with us at all, right?
Yeah, I just got that twitchy eye.
Yeah,
Other than that twitchy eye, I'm all right. But that was probably from the lead paint I was eating.
Yeah, besides that. But it is tough. It is pretty difficult when you try and just go do some shooting, and you can't because you physically you don't have the ammo. I know on the pro shop, because I run the retail, the Airgun pro shop, I had to take all the ammo off the site. I mean, we have some,
Yeah,
but I have to save it for our builds because we're a pro shop. We're not. We build packages for people. Our goal isn't to just sell you a box. Anybody can do that, and we
sure.
will sell you a box. But we want to make sure that I get so many people that come to me and they've never owned an air gun. What do they need to make it work? And that's really what we do. I want to make sure I have something to give them. They can actually shoot the gun. So it's
I'm with
tight
you.
right now. We're having to be kind of stingy.
Yeah, and like I said, man, my stash was getting pretty slim here, so I called up JJ, Justin Jacobson, and I said, "Hey, man, I need some pellets." I said, "Send me some pellets," and he goes, "You got any?"
Yeah.
Why do you mean? Do I got any? He goes, "I don't have any pellets."
Yeah.
Dang, man, if Utah Airgun doesn't have pellets, this world's in trouble.
Yeah, no, I have some. As I said, I have some.
I got
Right now,
this.
we got a special running. It's kind of a joke, but I was gonna do like buy 1,000 pellets, get a free air gun. Yeah, of course, the pellets would be $1,100, but that's the size. But we have a bunch of. Well, we don't have a bunch. We have a handful of the 30 cal semi-automatic MX guns. The Raptor. Well, not the Raptor. Take that back. It's the Max Air. Oh, they made it. And the airspeed. So we've got 2 tins allocated for each gun. So if you buy a 30 cal, one of those, you get 2 tins of 30 cal pellets. So at least you have something to shoot for a little bit.
And this rolls me right back to Nick Nielsen again. I don't have very many pellets, but I do have a lot of slugs, and I can still get slugs from Nick.
And we can get big bore slugs.
Yeah. So slugs don't seem to be that big of an issue if you shoot slugs. And if you don't shoot slugs, boy, the learning curve to shoot slugs out of your gun is pretty steep.
Yeah, what have you found with that?
Trial and error, buddy. Trial and error.
I tend to just stick with what I know works. So
not me.
I'm a big JSB pellet fan, H&M pellet fan. That's sort of where I live most of the time. Both of them have slug variants. I do like the H&M slugs because they have so many different weights in different sizes, which is great.
Yeah.
And I know that JSB is doing that as well. I just only happen to have one size of their slugs. But both of them have their pluses and minuses, but they seem to be shooting pretty well for me. Even out of guns that aren't slug guns. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. There's guns you wouldn't call slug friendly guns, mostly because they don't have enough power to shoot most slugs.
I think that's probably it.
So you got to have a gun that has the power to be able to shoot slugs, and slugs typically are heavier than pellets. Typically because they're solid. Or pellets, have the Diablo shape. There's not a lot of material there.
Yeah.
In the cavity back. So you got to have the power to do it. They do make lighter slugs. FX makes their I can't remember the damn name of it, but it's pretty much hollow all the way inside, and they pull it over, and so it's super light. So a lot of pellet guns can shoot FX slugs. Um, and then like Nick, I was telling you earlier, he has those 177s slugs that I really love. Shoot them out of my Raptor with a 177 LW barrel. And they're only 12 and a half grains, but that's 12 and a half grains.
That's heavy for it.
That's heavy in a 177, you know,
Yeah,
when
it is.
normal people are shooting 8.5 grains. So you still got to have the power to do it. But if you got the gun with the power, then you need to figure out what shoots good, what slugs shoots good out of it. And that is where the learning curve gets like this. What he does sell sample pellet packages. So you can order like, you know, 5 or 6 different types of slugs to try out, see if something works for you. But your best bet really is just to go on the Gateway to Airguns website. And there's so many people shooting slugs on there and talking about it and telling what works out of their guns. So just get on there, post the question, you know, I've got a yada yada gun, you know, what slugs shoots out of it. And you're probably going to get an answer that's probably pretty close to reality. Yep. And that's how I do it too, because there's so many shooters out there, you know, and everyone's trying different stuff, you know. So if you got a place like the Gateway to Airguns where you can just go pose a question, you're probably going to get an answer without spending a lot of time and energy testing stuff yourself.
Yeah, that makes good sense. I mean, that's why you have those types of resources.
That's right. It's a good resource.
So what else is going on with you, my man? Anything else?
Well, I am today, all I did all day today was barrel testing, eating up all my pellets that I don't really have much left of. So that's what I did all day today was barrel testing. You know, and like anything testing wise, as you go along, it's you know, highs and lows. This works, that doesn't work.
No, I know you can't talk about what gun you were doing or anything.
No, I can't.
It's for a new product coming out.
Yeah, brand new product coming out. So I'm doing some barrel testing, trying some different twist rates and bore sizes. So, you know, the golden deal is to try to match a barrel to a gun that'll shoot both pellets and slugs. That's the gold, you know. And there's very, very few guns that can shoot pellets and slugs well right from the factory. So that's what I'm kind of working on for a company right now. Just trying to get something matched up where it'll do both well. It's not easy. It takes a lot of work, a lot of time.
One of the comments here on the chat, they were talking about one of the reasons pellet prices have gone up. Yeah, is you got your shameless thing going on there. It's showing the GTA. They're like, hello, JB.
Show my bald head.
What's up with that? You cut your hair off.
I did. You know, I just didn't have enough of it left over for.
Well, that's what I'm doing again. I am with you. Anyway, let me get back to this.
My hair receded.
Joshua was saying that Steve Scally mentioned that these importers are getting just raked for shipping charges. I will tell you that there's some truth to that.
So I know there is.
When you see a price increase in a pellet or a product, like I had from my second order to my third order with Evanex, I had to raise the prices $50 to $75 per item because the freight charge had tripled.
Yeah, and that you know,
and
it's going to drive prices up, and that's just the way it's going to be. It's gonna, there's no end to that anytime soon. So we're just going to have to deal with it. You know, suck it up and pay the extra money if we're going to continue shooting. But it's that way across the board, really.
Yeah.
Pellets, pellet guns, you know, cases, barrel, whatever you want to get.
Everything's expensive. I was talking to you earlier about
it's all going to go up, and it's not going down anytime soon.
Yeah, and we have all these ships back there. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Not about Airguns.
Yeah, we could spend all day.
I guess if I could throw, if people will listen, big if. The tendency is to when you see 3010s available, buy all 30. And obviously you can do that. But that does mean then there's probably 15, 20 other shooters that aren't going to be able to shoot. And that is kind of tough. So I don't know how vendors, like I'll share with you guys what we did to sort of help that problem. Be nice if other big vendors would do the same thing. What I did on my end is we took the pellets off the site. And if somebody wants to buy ammo, they can contact us, and if we have quantity, we'll sell them 210s so they can at least shoot. But we're not going to let people just buy us out
Yeah.
because that hurts everybody. So
it hurts everyone. And that's why I'm out of pellets, because I don't hoard them. I don't become the butthole and buy up all the pellets and there's none left for anybody else, because I could do that if I wanted to. But it's counterproductive, man. It doesn't help the rest of us. We all got to.
I know I have
this together.
Yeah, we are. I mean, we are. I know that I have. Supposedly, I should have at least a partial fulfillment of my order with JSB coming in end of this month.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I saw Joe posting on Instagram this huge shipment of pellets, and they show them holding out all this stuff. All the shelves were full of pellets and everything, and like a week later, all the shelves were empty.
Yeah, it's gone. It's all sold before it ever shows up.
Craziness. People need to settle down. Settle down. Or we're going to be like that toilet paper shortage. We're going to be,
Yeah.
I never went and bought a whole bunch of toilet paper, but then when I needed some, I couldn't get any because I wasn't the guy panicking out buying 400 rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah.
So it doesn't help. It just doesn't help. Just calm down. Shoot what you're going to shoot. There'll be more pellets. There'll be more toilet paper.
There's actually enough to go around if people would relax a bit.
Yeah, they just need to relax and stop, hoarding, buying 60 tins of pellets at a time. And I think, like you said, I think a lot of the Pyramid Airs and stuff like that aren't allowing. I think they're not allowing that to happen right now. I think they toned it down.
It would be nice. Well, I know that one of the companies I work with, they doubled their price to try and slow things down.
Yeah,
it didn't slow things down.
Yeah,
they're looking at shutting down their website because they can't keep up with the Airgun stuff and the wholesale stuff they do. Look, if you're cashing a $300,000 check in a month from a wholesale account, or you're cashing, $8,000 with Airgun pellet sales, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, right.
So anyway, yeah. Enough of that.
All right, enough of that.
I don't have anything new yet, Travis. I'm hoping to get these new guns in. May have them before we do our next show.
Yeah. So let's field some questions. So we got some questions on there.
I'm looking to see the people are going back and forth and talking about the pellets and the factories, and people are talking about ATN optics. And Angie's been handling those questions. Thank you, Angie. Angie's up here with us tonight.
She sent me a message just a few minutes ago. My brother, my cousin John owns Freedom Airgun targets, and
yes.
Yeah, so she wanted to have some targets made, some Airgun Angie targets, I guess. I don't know. So I just told her go to freedomairguntargets.com and hit up John, my cousin John Whitney, and he'll make some targets for you, man. And he's got a lot of targets on there too that are Airgun oriented now. He has a whole division. What the hell do you call it? Whole section area. I don't know. It's late in the day, Rick. It was a long day and I was out in the sun. So I might have a little heat stroke.
Nah.
Yeah, probably not. 65, you're probably not going to get too much heat stroke.
Oh gosh, I bet you we might have hit 90 today.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I would have definitely had heat stroke.
Well, I mean, it's a dry heat.
Dry heat.
It'll be fun in May.
Yeah.
Still be cool at night-ish. It'll be in the hundreds during the day.
I'm not bad in the heat as long as I got water.
Here's a question. I'll send this over to you and let you answer it. Peter's asking, can he shoot slugs with a Daystate Renegade high power?
Daystate Renegade what?
HP. High power.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, actually, there's a guy on the GTA who has that exact gun, and he'll tell you exactly what slug to shoot because he's shooting it. I don't know what specific it is because I don't own a Daystate. I sure like to own one myself. It's one of the guns I don't own.
Really?
I've never owned a Daystate. Though I've shot.
I've got one.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've shot them, and I love them, man. I think they're just glorious.
I like their beautiful guns. I just hate the
glorious.
Now, well, the new ones have the side lever finally, but that it had the rear bolt, which had the same problem as the Crossmans or all the other rear bolt guns that they would want to bind on you. You could double feed exit them.
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, they makes, man, I tell you, Daystate makes, man, that Airwolf. Woo.
Yeah, you know, it'd be really nice if we had something like that for the Expo.
You know what? I don't know anyone at Daystate, but you know, actually I do know someone at Daystate. You know what, Rick? We do know somebody.
We do.
Maybe we will just have to make some phone calls. And
I'd like to have, you know what we would be nice to have too?
What's that?
Is that stupid little full auto gun you have?
The LCS SK?
Yeah.
I mean, if the same people we're talking about with the Daystate,
they have that gun too.
Have that gun too. And plus I have mine, so I'll bring mine too anyway.
All right, here's a question.
Yeah.
Josh was asking, I'll throw out a question. Y'all seem any talk of more Avenger or Origin level quality rifles in the budget range like they are? I think manufacturers have gotten hip to the market. I bet 10. So he's wondering how many other lower end entry level guns.
His name's Joshua?
Yeah.
Joshua, I am currently working with a company who is going to offer a full range of, what would you call them, like mid-price guns, a lot of them under $500 that will shoot the lights out. That'll shoot really, really well, and not made out of cheap pot metal and stuff like that. Real high quality.
If you take apart, and here's the difference when you start looking at.
That'll be this coming year, by the way.
Yeah,
later.
If I put up a target, I could have my Air Arms, which is really my favorite. It's really not a high end brand now. It's going to like middle high, I guess.
Yeah,
they're $1,000.
They're up there.
You know, but they're not $2,500. You know.
No, they're not Daystate money.
But they're like, you know, $1,200. Anyway.
Yeah, that's up there.
If you take that and you actually take it out of the stock and you look at the metalwork and the machining and all the tooling and stuff that went in to make it, it's very different than if you take an Avenger out of the stock.
Oh yeah, that's
okay. So now, on paper at 50 yards, look, the Avenger's very, very, very good.
Great shooting gun. It will no way in the world last as long as a Daystate
or an Air Arms or an FX
or an Air Arms or any of those, and no way in the world are you going to get the same feeling.
Yep.
Because it's more than just shooting a gun and watching the pellet hit the paper. There's a lot of feel to it. You know what I mean? The trigger, the action, you know, the balance. There's so much that goes into it. And those guns that cost a lot of money for a good reason.
A guy's asking, how do you guys feel about the Hatsan Blitz 30 cal? Never shot one, don't know.
You know,
I tell you.
I personally shot one.
Did you?
But it actually shot really, really well, which surprised me because it's an open bolt gun.
Oh no! Oh, I need that emoji that goes like this.
Yeah, and you know how I feel about open bolt semi-autos. I'm not a fan.
Hey, I just want to let you know, I just got an interesting text.
What's that?
That I'm gonna have a phone call tomorrow that may secure that thing we were talking about.
That thing?
That thing for the Airgun Expo.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that person watching this show currently?
No, it would be nice. They're probably doing stuff with their family. They're probably a family person, like cares about their wife.
People have families. How posh.
I know. Where's my wife, by the way? She should be up here.
Mine's at work.
Mine is in the camper.
Yeah.
Taking care of the camper.
Taking care of stuff, huh? Yeah, my wife took care of me the other day. I told you I almost freaking died.
So Angie must have missed our response, but that's okay.
She's just ignoring us. She doesn't even like us.
You know, I'm going to stop because I'm going to put my foot in my mouth and cause me some problems here in a minute. So,
were you going to go down the female route?
Yeah, no. I'm going to take the higher road.
Okay. Good for you.
And not harass Angie too much because she's sweet and she does good work for me. No, we saw his thing about other guns of that price point that are good. There are a ton of them. one of the very first ones in that price point was preceded all of them, which was the Benjamin Discovery.
Hey, you know what? Yeah,
That's
and
a
the Maxima.
damn nice gun.
The Disco still, they still make the disc. No, they make the Maxima now. They don't make
Well, they kind of, but it
Which
had a
is a
crappy
Disco.
trigger, and I mean,
Yeah, it's
it
just
had
a
its problems.
with a synthetic stock and some other,
But
but it's regulated, I believe.
it was a, we're talking over each other, right? You understand that?
That gun shot good too, you know?
Which one?
The Disco. The
Yeah,
Discovery.
I love the Disco. And then
White?
Beeman came out with their QB Chief,
Mm-hmm.
which beautiful that is. You actually adjust the trigger on that to be really decent.
That was a pretty
sub
good little
$200.
gun. You know what? I forgot all about that gun. I had one of those one time. It tore it all apart, and I don't think I ever put it back together. I don't know where.
George is asking
a box back here somewhere. You know how many guns, Rick, I have torn apart that I never put back together?
Wow, that is you. You know how many guns I have torn
terrible.
apart and never put back together?
0.
Probably. Yeah, I don't take them apart.
You know that? Remember last show we had, and you sent me that. What the hell? The FNX with the little rotary.
The Renegade.
Renegade.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the Renegade, the AR6K.
AR6K. Yeah.
It's
I had that thing apart.
I know.
6 hours after I got it, and built a whole new valve for it.
Anyway, George was asking a question. Are there ever any gun shows open to the general public? Airgun shows? Yeah, there are.
Yeah.
They're just hard to come by right now, but there's Tom
Yeah.
Gaylord ran one up in Fort Worth.
Placerville.
There was a big one over in
Buddy,
Virginia?
once again, there's a section on the Gateway to Airguns website that just shows you where to go, where the shows are. Go there, click on it. You'll see where the shows are. You'll see. This year, unfortunately, there's diddly squat. Nada. So you're going to have to live through me and Rick and I, you know, as we do our virtual show, which would be pretty cool. It's not the same as, you know, being there and drinking a beer with your buddy and, you know.
Well, I'm excited.
But
I'm excited about the Airgun Expo, especially after this text I guess just got. So if we can close that up,
forward that text to me.
It's gonna be cool.
Either, would you?
No, I'll just you know.
You're not even gonna tell me tonight. You're gonna let me stay up.
No, I'll tell you. I'll just wait till
okay, good for you. Good for you. I wouldn't have told you. Yes, I would have. Yes.
So you guys, when the pellets get here, consider your other air gunners. And you vendors out there that are getting pellets in, consider the health of the market at a whole.
That's right.
Do something to curtail hoarding because
hoarding's not good.
Unnecessary.
It's really a bad trait.
Yeah.
So. You know, you ever watch that show Hoarders on TV? Never seen it?
No. Have you seen my comics? As some would say, I live that show.
Well, you know, that's what I think of when I think of hoarding. You know, people just buy tons of crap and never get rid of anything. My grandmother was like that. She had a garage that had little alleyways you could walk through, you know, and just pile to the roof. And in boxes, there might just be 6 boxes filled with National Geographic magazines, you know, from 1940 to 1960.
Yeah.
Just that, you know, rats chewed all up and stuff. Oh no, we're not going to get rid of that. But man, she never got, but she was raised in that time, you know, right after the war. It wasn't much. So whenever you had something, you
held on to it.
You held on to it. So she had pots and pans and you name it.
My mom grew up after the Great Depression, so she was older.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So that is a different.
What did I say? War?
Time. Yeah, you said war.
Yeah, I meant Great Depression.
I thought you meant World War II.
No, the Great Depression. But World War II too. Also, I mean, World War II also. There wasn't.
Well, I guess that's enough for tonight. What do you think, Travis? We should wrap it up, maybe.
You know, it's kind of one of those nights where I had a long day, so wrapping it up early isn't going to hurt my feelings tonight. I put a lot out, so maybe we'll do another one. We won't wait 2 weeks next time.
You want to do something like every week.
You know, I figure every week and get everyone in the routine, and we can get the flow going.
We got to just pick a different night than Tuesday, but we'll figure something
I
out.
think Wednesdays are great nights.
Can't do Wednesday.
You can't?
Nope. I have church Wednesdays.
We'll see. Okay. Thursday? No, you already do something Thursday too, huh?
Nope. Thursday's my day off where I get
Thursday's a good night for me. Monday's not good.
We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, we gotta get it into a routine.
Yeah,
here.
no, I'm with you. And I found I think what's going to be a great graphic for us too.
Hey, you know what I was thinking too, Rick? You know, we could have a Zoom meeting like we're doing now, but
Yep.
I could actually take my laptop out to my shooting range outside.
Mhm.
And if somebody wants, to see me shoot I got a few guns, a few guns. So do you. Well, maybe if somebody wants me to shoot one of these bad boys or one of the bad boys in the other room, or maybe I got something to show off, maybe the new Hawk scope or something.
Yeah, no, and I can do that at my end too. So
Yeah, we could both show some stuff off live on the show. We could be the Airgun guys.
I was talking about show and tell, Travis.
Were you?
Yeah.
I don't usually listen to what you're talking about.
I know, Joe. I think show and tell would be awesome.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Next.
And I'm glad I thought of it. It's I'm full of good ideas, Rick.
You're full of something, bro. All right. So let's see if we can do a show and tell. I'll let you do the first one because you have more show to tell about.
I wonder what, and hey, you know what? Throw some people out there, throw some ideas. If there's something you want me to show off or shoot at, I don't know. I'm up to it. I'm up for it.
I'll tell you, I know
I need to do a challenge. I'm a pretty good shot.
You know what we need to do is
what's that?
I need to send you the most obnoxious break barrel I can get my hands on.
Oh Lord.
And then we can all watch you shoot that. Or the loudest, most obnoxious big bore that'll go over well in your neighborhood.
That's we could do other things. Hey, you know what we could do? We could have a virtual shooting competition.
Yeah, no, we could.
You pick your best PCP. I'll pick my best PCP. We'll set up 50 yards and we'll have people bet money live.
And
Is that illegal?
We're out.
My eyes are burning. I think I got sweat in my eyes. Oh, it's a long day.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us today.
And hey, don't forget, Airgun Expo's coming up.
Yeah,
go
please.
to airgunexpo.com and, we're going to keep updating it and letting you guys in on information as we get closer and closer.
So the Airgun Expo, the gateway to airguns.org. These sites are important. Please go and visit them. And thank you guys for watching and hanging out.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
See you guys.
Bye.